Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Eureka Springs channel. I'm Melody Purdy, your host, and you're joining us live from Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And I've got some exciting news to talk with you guys about today. At Eureka Springs channel, we're here to celebrate good people, good places, and good news from Eureka Springs. And we're so glad that you joined us this afternoon. Today, you have a special guest. It's going to be joining us, and his name is John, and he is with some of the artists in Eureka Springs, and in particular, he has a gallery himself in Eureka Springs. So please welcome to the screen, John.
Hello.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Melody?
I'm doing great. So, have you had a busy today in the gallery?
Actually, I was out all day on doing errands, and I actually had somebody come in and buy something when I wasn't here. So that worked out okay.
Well, maybe you should leave the gallery more often if you sell things like.
Yeah.
Well, John, you've got a wonderful gallery in downtown Eureka Springs. Tell everybody a little bit about some of the art that people can see in your gallery.
We have a lot of landscapes. We have some contemporary pieces as well. We represent about 45 artists from all over the country, about 8 or 9 local artists here in Eureka. And it ranges from large sizes to very, small sizes as well. And anywhere from a $200 piece up to, I think our highest is about 12,000. So anyway, we've got a wide variety of about anything anybody could possibly want in our gallery.
Well, how would you describe the art scene in Eureka Springs?
I would describe it as even more advanced and more upcoming now. I think there's some new players in town, Amused and Curated, and Larry and Diana just opened a gallery together. I think that new galleries popping up are just helping even promote the fact that this is still an art town. And it probably always will be. And there's probably 30 galleries that participate pretty heavy in the events that we have here. And I just think that, I wish there was 30 more, honestly. I mean, it wouldn't hurt me at all, because people come here to find fun, unique pieces that speak to them. So I think it's going to be more upcoming. And I think the art in this town is getting better and better all the time. And I think that a lot of people come here to enjoy the art and take a piece home with them.
Well, we're right in the proximity here. For those of you that are watching, Eureka Springs has been known for many, many years for being home to a lot of beautifully talented artists. And, I think my opinion is that we really were the catalyst for a lot of the movement in the arts here in Northwest Arkansas. We now have the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art right in our backyard, not too far away from us. I think, John, I really wanted to talk to you today about, the fact that, we're back sort of to the norms. And hopefully we're all getting back to the norms. And I know that in years past, there was a gallery stroll, and you guys are waking that back up again as a wonderful activity for everyone to partake of. Can you tell us a little bit about the gallery strolls that happen in Eureka Springs?
Oh, absolutely. Basically, the gallery strolls are the second Saturday of every month from 5 to 8. And we invite all the galleries to participate. We find some that might be out on 62 might participate. They may not. It's all a voluntary participation. And we find that the art walks are very busy. And I'd say there's probably about 15 in the downtown area that seem to get a lot of foot traffic from the 5 to 8 o'clock time frame. And it's a nice event. I mean, we do light appetizer kind of foods and beer, wine, and a few soft drinks and things. And everybody seems to enjoy them. And it's nice because I think a lot of the galleries look forward to it. And then a lot of the locals show up. And, I think it's a good way to stay open a little bit longer for those persons that might not be able to make it before 5 because they may own a retail store in town or they're just busy with their busy day at being a tourist during the day, and then they can actually enjoy the tour, the gallery stroll from 5 to 8. And I think it's a good deal for the tourist.
It really, really is. And, just having people come into the gallery at those little after 5 o'clock has a whole different atmosphere, I think, in the downtown. The good vibe that's going on. Now, on the gallery strolls, can people expect to maybe have a one on one with some of the artists that are represented in each gallery?
We tried that. We've tried to do that with some of our artists, to bring them in for a Friday, be here on a Friday and a Saturday night, and do a special exhibit for certain people. But obviously, like you say, we've lived through the not norm for quite some time, and so
Hmm.
we will probably pick that back up, and I think the other galleries might as well. I know that we all would like to have one or two of our artists in here, especially if there's somebody local or even just 100 miles away that can come over for the day and kind of promote their work and have a nice little space in the gallery to be able to show off their pieces, and you get to meet the artist. And we did do that quite often when we first opened, and obviously COVID kind of put the stop to that in a heartbeat. And I think we will continue to do that in the future. And I think the other galleries, if they're not doing it, I think they probably should. I think the tourists like that. It's really a good way to promote that particular artist and get his name out there a whole lot further than just the paintings on the wall do.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. And I guess my thing, my first thought when I started thinking about the actual gallery strolls being, back part of our atmosphere, how would one find out on the weekends that the gallery strolls are happening? What galleries are participating that day? Is there any way for us to find out, or do we just need to ask at a gallery who's doing it this weekend?
I'm sorry to say that might be the way it has to happen, because I think that, like, this last weekend we were open and we were told, and somebody called us and said, "Are you open?" I said yes, and they said, "Well, we've been to three other galleries that weren't."
Mm,
And it's the prerogative of that gallery.
mm-hmm.
And because I know that in May during the Arts Month, we have every weekend, every Saturday is open. And for somebody that gets to their gallery at 10 in the morning and come 5 o'clock, they may be ready to bug out. But I think that most of them are trying to stay open, and I think a lot of times it's inclement weather, terrible weather, raining and nasty. I think it
Right.
kind of adds to the fact somebody might want to leave a little earlier than they would have. But no, I think that for the most part, the downtown galleries, I think, are all trying to stay open. And I'm only myself, and I know that Larry, I know that the two or three closest to me, I know what they're doing because I can walk down and say
Yeah.
hi. But
Right. Right.
the other ones, we just tell them, just my idea is there are phone numbers. You might want to call them before you walk that far.
Right.
But,
Right.
but we're hoping that, because it was promoted out there pretty heavily and advertised, that we're all open. We're hoping everybody is maintaining that rule, even coming this next Saturday as well.
So tell us the date. Tell us the actual schedule of it is. It's the what you say it was
It's the
every
second Saturday
second Saturday.
of
All
every
right,
month,
second
five to
Saturday every
eight.
month,
Mhm.
5 to 8. All
Five to
right, so folks can mark their calendars to at least have that as sort of a ongoing rhythm for to hopefully be a part and come downtown at 5 o'clock anytime between 5 and 8. And I know some people are, truly do. Yeah, I know in years past have really rolled out the red carpet for people to come into their galleries, serving a little bit of a little snack or wine or something like
Right.
that. So some of the galleries I know take it up another notch or two for
Right.
their guests to come in and enjoy their gallery. So that's exciting. Well, John, I appreciate you so much being a part of the art scene and for having an investment in Eureka Springs. Your gallery is absolutely phenomenal,
Thank
as
you.
are the other galleries in town. It really is a truly unique experience to dive into the art scene in Eureka Springs. So thank you for keeping it alive and for
You're
keeping the
welcome.
gallery strolls going.
You're very welcome.
And so, are you looking forward to any new artist in your gallery this year, or any
Yeah.
upcoming news for you?
We just finished the plein air competition, which we had 20 artists. They were from all over Northwest Arkansas and a couple other states, and it was an open event, and that was a nice event. We sold about 20 paintings, and it was a fun event, and a lot of the townspeople came and supported us, and we had a lot of support and a lot of volunteers that helped out on that. So that was really nice this year, which we plan on doing that again next year. Maybe even in October of this year, we may do a second one. That's a ball in the air right now, though. And I mean, we try to pick up one artist a month, and I probably literally get phone calls from 5 artists a month, and have to give them the bad news that I might take 2 or 3 pieces from somebody, but I can't. My wall space is limited, just like probably everybody else in town is, and so we're always introducing somebody new and bringing somebody new in, and I do have a good rapport with my artists that if something's stagnant, they come and get it and they swap it out. And so we're always rotating art around, and we're trying to keep it fresh. So,
well, just from the looks behind you, you've got your wall. I don't see 1 inch left on your walls at all. You have to take that TV down just so you can put a piece right there.
Exactly.
Right. Well, thank you, John, for coming today and talking with us to refresh everybody's memory about the gallery stroll, and to come to town and immerse yourself into our wonderful art. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys, you heard the man. Got to come into Eureka Springs and do the gallery stroll. It is really a unique experience here in Eureka Springs. The arts are alive and well in Eureka Springs, and we can't wait for you to come over this weekend and enjoy all of our wonderful festivities that we have. It's still May Arts Festival until the end of the month, and so a lot of people are doing some fun things in town. So please sure and look up all the activities. If you're looking for a listing of all the things that are happening in Eureka Springs, a great way for you to do that is to go to our website, which is eurekasprings.channel.com, and you can click on the community calendar, and on that community calendar you'll see a list of all the events that I'm able to get my hands on and announce are right there on that particular Google Calendar that I maintain. Now, you can also go to our Facebook page, and we try to post all of the events there on our Facebook page as well. If you're watching us from YouTube, the best way to experience this is to go to our website and to look for that calendar. And we appreciate you watching us here on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram and Twitter. We really appreciate it. Great way to keep up also is to subscribe, like, and follow us. That's the best news in the world, because we know that you're watching what's going on here in Eureka Springs. So be sure and do one of those things on our social media platforms. Thank you again for watching us today, and we'll see you again next week on Wednesday for another live segment featuring somebody that's going to be good people, good places, and good news from Eureka Springs. Thanks for joining us, guys. Bye-bye.